Students from South County, Alexandria City, and Osborne meet today on It's Academic. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to It's Academic, the world's longest-running TV quiz show produced by Altman Productions in association with David M. Rubenstein Productions and WETA.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University, all together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going,
and how we think.
but the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire,
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
Together different.
Hey, thanks for being here for another exciting match on It's Academic. We've got some good teams here, and we can't wait to see what they're going to bring. Let's begin with our fast start, where questions are worth 10 points up or down. First team to buzz in gets to answer. The students don't see what you do on your screens. Teams. 7-letter animals. Not all animals have 3-letter names like cat or dog. Please identify the following animals, all of which have 7-letter names. This bird makes its home in Antarctica. Alexandria.
Penguin?
Yeah. According to the Bible, this animal cannot change its spots. Alexandria.
Leopard?
Yeah. A black leopard is commonly referred to by this term. Yes, Osborne.
Panther?
Correct. Diane Fossey devoted her life to studying this largest of the great apes. Yep, Alexandria. Answer: 3, 2, 1.
Gorilla.
Yeah, just under the wire. This feline will outrace all other animals over short. Yes, Osborne.
Cheetah.
Correct. Lewis Carroll wrote a quadrille for this crustacean. Yep, Alexandria.
Lobster?
Lobster it is. Though it is a very fast runner, this largest bird cannot fly. Yes,
Ostrich.
Alexandria, and you're right, ostrich. This small, sharp-toothed South American fish are known for their ferocious Osborne.
Piranha.
Piranha is correct, and that does it for our fast start round. Let's take a look at the scores. South County, 100. Alexandria City, 150. Osborne, 130 points. Now, you know, of all the things that happen within a given game, one of my favorite things is to meet these students, and we're going to do that. First, we begin with South County from Lorton, Virginia. Hey, Tavian, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Tell us something about yourself.
Well, I'm a sophomore, and I honestly really like playing board games.
Which board games?
I am a really big mystery nerd, so my probably favorite board game is called Betrayal on the House of the Hill.
Really? We used to be a big board game. Then my kid went off to college and moved, but we still play board games. We'll have to try that. It's good to have you here. Hello, Morgan. Tell us about yourself.
I am a senior, and in my free time, I love to crochet and knit, and I actually love crocheting so much, I founded a club for it at my school.
Did you really? So how much stuff are you crocheting?
I don't know, that's like a hard thing to put like a number on, but I make a lot of things.
You just keep churning them out. Well, it's good to have you, Morgan. And finally, hello, Maddie.
Hi, Hillary. I'm a junior, and in my free time, I like to hang out with my friends, and I'm a general officer of my school's TSA.
So talk about that a little bit.
So TSA stands for Technology Student Association, and it's pretty much like the STEM version of DECA, so we do a bunch of competitions related to STEM fields.
Beautiful. Well, guys, I've got some questions. In this mix and match round, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. Here we go. A seal drinks. Forget the seal, and you can find here the last name of what astronaut, the second man to walk on the moon?
Aldrin?
Yeah. Tragicqueen.gov. This could be a website about what 18th century French queen whose life ended in the guillotine?
Marie Antoinette.
For Marie Antoinette. And ambush. While they usually hunt alone, this word can be used to describe a gathering in the jungle of what large, striped feline animals?
Tiger.
Yep. Frozen gases, molten lead, quartz. Astronomers believe that the coma that surrounds the nucleus of a comet is made up mainly of dust, and which of these?
Frozen gases.
That's it. Secret History of the Mongols. This document, written by a Mongol author, includes many personal details about what great Mongol conqueror who died in 1227.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan is right. Nicely done, South County. 200 points. And now to the team from Alexandria City, obviously, in Alexandria, Virginia. Hello, Thomas. What's going on?
I'm Thomas. I'm a senior, and I also run cross country and do theater. And last night we actually wrapped a production of Twelfth Night.
Oh, how'd that go?
It went really well. I was really happy with how it went.
And were you on crew or were you a performer?
I was on crew.
Uh-huh. Did you like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's definitely fun to be backstage and to mess around during rehearsal, and then during the show to have to move very quickly in and out of the darkness.
And out of the dark. There's so much to unpack there, but yes, thank you so much, Thomas. Hiya, Zachary.
Hi, my name is Zachary. I'm a senior at Alexandria City, and I'm really involved in our school's music program.
Talk about that a little bit.
So I play all kinds of saxophone for jazz band, our wind ensemble, and also our marching band.
All kinds of saxophone?
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And are you equally good on all 4?
I like to think so.
Well, it's great to have you with us. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm COO of our school's FRC robotics team.
And what kind of robotics have you been doing?
I actually don't work directly on the robot. I'm in charge of our summer camp and TCAID education programs.
Oh, that's great. And is it for other high school students?
We do mostly kindergarten to 8th grade.
Oh, fabulous. And why do you like to do that?
I find it really rewarding to share what I've learned in robotics with other people and get them excited about.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Here we go, guys. NASCAR verification. I can verify you'll get 20 points if you find here the hidden name of what African-American scientist who found many uses for peanuts.
Carver.
Yeah, flowerman.com. You might have used this address to reach what mythical man so vain he fell in love with his own reflection and was turned into a flower.
Narcissus?
Yes, a tribe or trip. These 2 words are sometimes used to describe a group of what animals represented on the zodiac by Capricorn?
Deer?
Nah, close, it's a goat. They both have hooves. Sulfur, mercury, magnesium. Which of these elements has a symbol that does not begin with the same letter of the alphabet as the element?
Mercury.
Yes. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it. These words were spoken by what 1960s African-American activist who changed his last name to a letter of the alphabet?
Malcolm X.
That is right. Nice. Alexandria City, 230 points. And now from Manassas, Virginia, Osborne High School joins us again. Hiya, Ben. What's going on?
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm a senior at Osborne, and I really like playing chess for our Osborne esports team.
I remember you spoke about playing chess last time. Can you give people a primer on what you get out of doing that?
Really, it's I like the logic and the game.
Thank you, Ben. Hi, Victor. What have you been up to?
Hi. I usually spend most of my time either reading or playing drums. I'm a senior at Osborne High School, and I really like TAing for my library, my school.
Oh, lovely. And that gives you what, personally?
A lot of calm. I like being around books as much as I can.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. And who's your little mascot?
He is our indescript Osborne Eagle.
Indescript.
He doesn't really have a name, but he means a lot.
But he's there.
Yeah,
Good. Well, good. I'm glad you brought him along. And finally, Patrick, hi.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play baseball, and I debate, and I also TA, but just not for the library. And I'm a senior.
Oh, great. And what do you TA?
I TA for like an English teacher, so you know.
All right.
I get yelled at a lot.
You get yelled at a lot. Okay, here we go. Blue zebra die. Forget zebras and see if you can find hidden in this sentence the last name of what Civil War photographer?
Brady?
Yes. Horridhun.gov. Had the internet been available back in the 5th century, this might have been the website for what king who united and led the Huns?
Attila?
Yeah, a crash. This is one word used to describe a group of what large, thick-skinned mammal with 1 or 2 horns on their snouts?
Oh, elephant?
No, rhinoceros. Lymphocytes, neuroglia, alveoli. Which of these 3 items is thought to make up much of the cellular material of your brain?
Neuroglia?
Yeah, that's it. American Sphinx. Author Joseph Ellis gave this title to a book about what multi-talented Virginian, the 3rd president of the United States?
Jefferson?
Jefferson it is. Osborne, 210 points. That does it for Mix and Match. We have the picture perfect round next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Hi. We have the picture perfect round before us, guys. In this round, questions are worth 20 points up or down. Again, the first team to buzz in gets to answer. This is a youthful self-portrait of what 19th century artist and inventor who created the telegraph code that bears his name? Yep, Alexandria.
Morse.
That is right. This orangutan looks friendly, unlike his homicidal cousin in Edgar Allan Poe's story about the murders on what French street? Anybody? The murders in the Rue Morgue. This monument commemorates what 20-minute battle lost by Santa Anna's Mexican army to Sam Houston's forces in 1836.
Alamo?
Osborne. Pardon me?
Alamo?
No, San Jacinto. What is the slope of the line whose equation is shown here? Yes, South County.
2/3.
Correct. This is the original telescope used by what English scientist who discovered the laws of universal gravity? Yep, Alexandria.
Newton.
Correct. Choice. These large stones were once thrown over enemy walls by what kind of large hurling device? Yes, South County.
Catapult.
Yeah, that's it. Lysine, arginine, aniline. Which of these is not an amino acid? Yep, South County.
Lysine.
No, it's aniline. Beautiful sunsets are just one of many things to enjoy when you visit which of the Florida Keys, the southernmost city in the continental United States, South County?
Key West.
Key West is right, and that does it for our picture perfect round. Let's take a look at the scores. South County, 240, Alexandria City, 270, and Osborne, 190 points. All right, so we have reached the packet round, but before we begin the packet round, we get to meet the fabulous coaches and administrators and see the parents and supporters here for all of these teams. We begin with South County. Morgan, who's that team with you?
So today we brought our wonderful coaches, Mr. Gerling and Mr. Bird, our awesome principal, Dr. Kashaba, and then our amazing alternate, Miles.
That's wonderful. Really good to see you all. Hey, Miles. Over to Alexandria City. Hi, Zachary.
Hi, so today we brought with us our coach, Mr. Zahn. Our principal's not here, unfortunately, but we also brought our alternate, Zachariah and Harlow.
All right, good to see you. And Osborne. Victor, who's with you?
Today we have our wonderful coach and beloved librarian, Miss Cook, our principal, Dr. Chapman, our school superintendent, Dr. Newman, our deputy superintendent, Mr. Gefeller, our school board chair, Ms. Seberg, a school board member, Ms. Spall, and our alternate, Sophia Wojcik.
Wow, I just like round of applause for all of you guys. That's wonderful. We love when all of these folks show up to support these teams. All right, now we can embark on the packet round, where questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer, and if you get all the questions right, there's a 25-point bonus. South County, you're up, and Alexandria, which packet will they answer questions from? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. South County. The most widely spoken language in the world, with over 1 billion speakers, is the Mandarin dialect of what Asian tongue?
Chinese?
Yeah. In 1831, Congressman Spencer Pettus killed Army officer Thomas Biddle in what sort of two-man prearranged combat in which Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton
Duel?
engaged? Yes. For wagon trains crossing the Nebraska Territory, Chimney Rock was a landmark along what trail that continued on to the Pacific Northwest?
Oregon Trail?
Yes. Here's your science question. Greater than, less than, same as. For people living in the mountains, is their number of red blood cells per unit volume greater than, less than, or the same as that of people living at a lower altitude?
Less than?
No, it's greater than. Hope for a peaceful settlement sank when the sinking of the battleship Maine sparked what 1898 war?
Mexican-American?
Spanish-American War. Because of his lack of reverence toward most of society's institutions, the nickname Apostle of Infidelity was given what French author of Candide? The answer is Voltaire. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
9?
Yep, that's it. Early explorers gave the name the Snares to a group of rocky islands that are now a part of what country whose capital is Wellington?
New Zealand?
New Zealand is right. South County, nice, 340 points. Alexandria City, your turn to answer questions. Osborne, which packet will they answer questions from?
3.
3. All right, here we go. Of course, I like that. The poisonous asp snake was found in Egypt well before 30 BC when it was used by what beautiful Egyptian queen to kill herself?
Cleopatra.
Yeah. Several states have placed on the most endangered species list the short-eared variety of what bird associated with wisdom?
Owl.
Yeah. Although John Adams wasn't there, Sam, Andrew, and Thomas Adams all signed what articles under which our original 13 states were governed into the 1780s?
Articles of Confederation.
Correct. Here's your science question. Hypotonic, hypertonic, isotonic. If a person drinks seawater, he'll become dehydrated because the salt concentration in his cells is less than that of the ocean. Which of these terms, A, B, or C, describes his protoplasm in relation to seawater?
Hypertonic.
Hypotonic is the answer, sorry. Fallen angels can be found almost anywhere, but Angel Falls is in what South American country whose capital is Caracas?
Venezuela.
Yeah. One of the most famous opening lines of any literary work are the words, "Call me Ishmael," which began what novel by Herman Melville?
Moby Dick.
I love that you were smiling. Here's your math question. Simplify completely this expression.
3x minus 6.
You've got it. It's said that the British copied the design of the British flag when laying out the streets of Khartoum, the capital of what African country?
Sudan.
Sudan is right. Nicely done. Alexandria City, 410 points. And that leaves packet number 1 for Osborne. Hamsters and gerbils may be cute, but they're banned in what state? The 50th to join the Union.
Hawaii.
Yeah, they're banned in Hawaii. After being swallowed by a fish, Japanese eels often escape by swimming up the fish's esophagus and out through an opening in what G-initialed respiratory organs that let fish breathe?
Gills.
Gills, isn't that crazy? Wow. Before an uprising brought him down, King Louis XVI sponsored France's first human ascent in a balloon filled with what lightest element?
Helium.
No, it's hydrogen. Here's your science question. Nissan's quarks, lambda particles. It's believed that subatomic particles may be composed of which of these still smaller particles?
Quarks?
Yes. Mount Helicon in Greece was once thought to be the home of what 9 mythical women who were patronesses of the arts?
The Muses?
Yeah. Among the graduates of Valley Forge Military Academy is what author of The Catcher in the Rye?
J.D. Salinger?
Yes, here's your math question. Solve for x.
5.
No, -5. -5. Here's your final question. Travelers should be careful near Cotopaxi, an active volcano in what South American country where Quito is capital?
Ecuador?
Ecuador is right. Nice, Osborne. 310 points. Stay with us because coming up next, the grab bag round.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know Italian inventor Marconi passed up an offer of free passage on the Titanic? 3 years later, he just missed being on the Lusitania. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
So really, anything can happen. This is a pretty fast-moving round, and we look forward to seeing you buzz in and get these answers, guys. Here we go. Oh, 20 points up or down. You already know this, and you'll have some visuals. All thoroughbred horses are listed as having been born on what date? That comes 7 days after Christmas. Yep, Alexandria.
New Year's Day?
Yeah, that's it. Shrinking their own heads by as much as 20% to conserve energy is a technique used by what tiny, voracious, S-initialed mammals? Yep, Alexandria.
Squirrel.
No, shrew. Blinded in an accident at age 3, what 19th century Frenchman devised and named a raised dot system that enabled the blind? Yes, Alexandria.
Braille.
Braille it is, on your screens. Although sewing machine designer Isaac Singer made a fortune from his sewing machine business, he lost a legal battle for a sewing machine patent to what other inventor? The answer is Elias Howe. What name, meaning divine wind, was given to Japanese suicide pilots in World War II? Alexandria.
Kamikaze.
Correct. According to author Elbert Hubbard, the path of civilization is paved with cans made of what metal whose symbol is SN? Yep, Osborne. Tin is right. What is the additive identity for the set of rational numbers? Anybody? It is 0 on your screens. Ignorance is never better than knowledge. This observation comes from what Italian-born physicist at the University of Chicago? Osborne.
Fermi.
You are right. In 1883, in what was described as the loudest noise ever heard on Earth, what Indonesian volcano erupted? Yep.
Krakatoa.
You are right, Alexandria. Because commoners were forbidden to touch a royal person, spectators watched helplessly when one of the king's wives drowned in what Asian country then called? Alexandria?
Indonesia.
No, then called Siam, Thailand. The Message is a recent book by what African-American author who sent an earlier message to readers with his book, Between the World and Me? The answer, Ta-Nehisi Coates, and that is it. That's the end of the game. Stay right where you are. We have the scores coming up in just a minute.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Many students are getting involved in their communities in important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hi, I'm Dallas, a junior at Bishop Ireton High School in Alexandria, Virginia. Since my freshman year, I have volunteered at a Catholic Food Project warehouse in Manassas. This organization collects food and other goods from local parishes and individuals to distribute to those in need across Northern Virginia. During my time there, I have helped package items into boxes, checked donated food to ensure that it is not expired, and sorted through donated bags of goods. Volunteering there has been a deeply fulfilling experience for me, as I witnessed the generosity of people across Northern Virginia come together to support those in need. This experience has inspired me to seek more opportunities to support my community, and I am excited to continue giving back.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official. We begin with South County High School from Lorton, Virginia. Tavi and Morgan Maddie, 340 points. From Manassas, Virginia, the Osborne Eagles, Ben, Victor, and Patrick, and the Indescript Eagle, 350 points. And coming back for the playoffs, Alexandria City, home of the Titans, Thomas Zachary Taylor, 450 points. Nice job, guys. We are so happy that all of you were with us today. Can't wait to see you next time. I'm Hillary Howard. Thanks for watching. And remember, everybody, it's academic. Bye.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University, all together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going,
and how we think.
but the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire,
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
Together different.